Jen Torres here. Wanted to talk about how to buy and sell at the same time. What ends up happening is a lot of people kind of skip the first initial step that they need to take in that whole process, and they just start looking for the new house without really considering what their buying power is. They fall in love with the house, and then they're not able to buy it at that moment, and it gets snatched up before they are actually ready to move forward. So the first step is to talk to a lender about what you qualify for. Yes, we might know that you have good credit, you have money in reserves, you clearly have a mortgage now on your house, unless you pay cash for it, of course, then it's not an issue. But if most people have mortgages. So it's really going to depend on your debt to income ratio and how much money you make per year, how much you have in reserves to cover both mortgages at the same time if you're going to be buying before selling, things like that. So a lender's going to tell you, hey, you need to sell your house before you can buy the second one. Or you need to have a renter in your home before you can buy the second one. Or in some cases, you don't need to do anything with the first home and you can buy the second one. So that's the first step. Because if you need to sell your home, then that's what really makes the process a little bit more tricky. Essentially, you can make an offer on a new home, but you're not going to qualify without selling that first home. And right now it's a seller's market. And what that means is there are more buyers out there than there are sellers. So if a seller is trying to sell their home and they have quite a few offers, and your offer says, I want to buy your home, but I need to sell my home first, then there's no guarantee that you can buy it. So that makes your offer not as strong as some of the other offers that these people will be receiving, and as a result, they will not select your offer. So ideally, what you need to do in that situation is talk to your real estate expert, me, and put your home on the market. And even at that point, even if you have your home on the market, that still isn't significant enough to the person selling their home to really say, well, that home is going to be closing within the time period that I need to sell my home. So ideally, you wait until you get under contract. And once you're under contract, then you can make an offer on the home and say, but it's contingent upon the sale of my home, but we already have buyers that are qualified and we're scheduled to close on this date. And usually, you'll need the money from your first sale, from the sale of your first home, to buy the second home. So we have to strategically schedule that so that you close, allowing the funds to process and that mortgage to be closed out so that you can apply the new funds to your new purchase. There are other things you can do. You can sell your home first, move out, keep your items in a pod or a storage unit, rent a hotel or stay with family for a little bit until you find your house. But that really entails you moving twice. A lot of people don't want to do that, understandably. And it might cause someone to kind of rush to find a property when they actually are living in kind of an awkward situation in a hotel or a family member's house. But really, it's up to you and what your unique situation is and what you're looking to do that really is going to determine. I've had clients sell their home, rent a place for a year, and then decide to buy. They were looking for more of a property that had large acreage, a split floor plan, because it was going to be a multi-generational home. But I have a property under contract right now where we're closing on the 4th on the home that they're selling, and they're closing on the home that they're buying on the 11th of April. But they were fortunate enough to be able to make an offer without having it be contingent upon the sale of their first home. So when you have to do contingencies in a seller's market, because sellers have options, it's going to make your offer look a little less desirable. But there's always a way to get around that, and we always do well in finding our clients the properties that they want and need. So if you have any questions about the buying and selling process, give me a call, 407-534-0147. Take care, bye-bye.